All right, so earlier in the week, I mentioned that I would like to try to get way low if possible. He is a top 100 reward from my understanding, which I'm not super positive that he is because he's not here on the rewards list. But then again, this doesn't really look like a rewards list that would show him as an actual win or like win reward. So I don't know. Could be wrong on that. As you can see, I'm already 20 matches in, and it is not going so well. This is by far the the sweatiest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm not a big PvP fan in general, but top 100 is good lord. So luckily, to give you some context, I was able to get into, or like, I was able to get to Challenger very easily this week. I made sure to get into Challenger before the week ended last week, so that way I would be Champ 1. And then I was actually able to beat all 7 of my matches. That's 5 to get to the placement matches, and then I won my 2 placement matches easy peasy, no problems. Actually, I'm really surprised because I was pretty nervous doing those. And it's the end of day 1. I'm on my last PvP stamina before I go to bed for the night, so I figured I would just sort of update this as I go through, and we'll maybe do like the last match of each day. But I can only do 20 attacking. I have only won 1 defending so far, and I have played 20 matches. I'm about to do 21, and I've only won 7. And I think the only reason I even won 7 was because they were either, actual bots or really old teams that were bots, like level 90 characters, or just old metas that just aren't really good anymore. So it's rough. If we look at the rankings, I don't think that I'm in the rankings. Cheekswo was actually the top 1 player. He was number 1 for a while. I don't think that I'm even in here at all. So it's gonna be a miracle, I think, if I actually make it into the top 100 for the reward. Which all I need is 1 Waylo. I don't know how many weeks he's actually gonna be a top 100 reward. So I don't know. Maybe if I don't get him this week, if I still can, I'll try to get him next week, maybe. But this is horrible, I have to say. At first, I thought it was you can only fight bots in top 100. I thought you were guaranteed to go up against someone's defending team bot, but that is not the case. I have gone against several real players, and they are all like top Guild Wars players who are using like the white Guild Wars outfits for their Sins characters, and it is very intimidating. They always have really high CC. So we have a Bond team for my last match of the day. This one actually looks somewhat promising. I'm assuming he has 6-6. He has a 5-6, which isn't... It could be worse. I normally would try to disable the Bond if possible. But honestly, I'm going to try to push a little bit of damage on Arthur and everything before this and try to hopefully get rid of him next turn. Honestly, going against the Bond team at this point is just a death... not a death sentence. I've beat a couple of Bond teams so far, but going against top 100 Bond teams is a whole other thing, because they always have 6-6 Bond. They always have like a really high ult level Reinhardt, of course, because you shouldn't even be using the Bond team in top 100 if you're not, high ult leveled. That was not the character I expected him to ult rush with. I can disable him, so I guess I will. I can get my ultimate here, and I guess we'll do a little bit of damage on Arthur to try to get him closer to stacking or encroachment, because I'm assuming he's going to stance next turn and try to ult after that once he's gotten rid of his thing. But honestly, he's going to do a lot of damage regardless, and I don't have a stance on at this point. So he can probably get away with ulting and double attacking with Reinhardt here, like he's going to do, and probably kill whoever he wants. The The Bond teams are annoying. They always have been. It's just beating through 1,000,001,001 HP. Also, if you go against the Ragnarok team, good God, the Ragnarok team will almost it will almost one-shot your entire team turn one. The 2 times that I've gone against it so far, they got double weak point skills with what's her name, with Brunhild, and it was just awful, just absolutely awful. So that was a lot of fun. Other than that, it's a couple of demon teams here and there, but honestly, it's mainly either Bond teams, demon teams, or a Ragnarok team here or there. I haven't gone against any goddess teams, besides like the random. Oh, there are a couple of like Rimuru Ult Rush teams that I've gone up against as well so far, and those are not fun either because it's literally just Deanne, Goddess Elizabeth, so that way he has a revive, and Rimuru with a high ult level, and it's insufferable, man. It's so sweaty up here. I hate it. I have an okay account, like my CC's okay for my account. I could definitely be higher, but I don't want to be up here, man. So I don't know how it's gonna go for the rest of the week with the rest of this video, but I'm definitely interested to see sort of how it concludes. And yeah, so I guess we shall see. He is debuff immune, which actually isn't a big issue here, so we can do something like this to disable his ult. I actually don't know if I'm going to kill here or not. I'm doubtful. It looks good. It looks like I do kill here. Big Bam. 500k. Very, very nice. Now I just have to worry about Bond being a menace. And I'm assuming Twiggo in the back, who's going to have his 2-turn taunt, which is really annoying. Right? Yeah, okay. Because I was like, I don't think I've dealt with the backline unit yet. Twiggo's super, super annoying, man. Just the worst. So, unfortunately, I do have a stance, but I think he's going to end up attacking here. And I'm probably going to lose Chandler. Oh, I lost both of those characters, which is not good. I'm pretty sure I have lost this, unfortunately. Without Estarossa on the field, I don't have a good chance of getting through, or without, you know, him deleting his own stances off with Estarossa's commandment. Bruh. It's a lot of rupture. I don't know. I might be able to do something. I get an ult here, but he has 2 attacks per turn, so he should be able to buff up and probably attack here, yeah, and then have his buff for turn 2, or for his ultimate next turn. And I'm not going to be able to disable it or anything, so he's going to do twice as much damage from the rupture, and man, I was really frustrated at the beginning of the day, but honestly, just going to play it out. See how it goes. If by some miracle my defending team gets a couple of extra wins in there and somehow I get the character, I don't know, but it ain't looking good. So either way, you're gonna watch all of this in succession, so see you guys tomorrow. Alrighty, it is day 2 of the top 100 stretch goal, I don't know, torture. I am at 23 of 44, so I'm not doing that bad, really. I mean, honestly, what is that? I mean, I'm 1 match over 50% win rate, so that's something, I guess. My defense team is not doing well so far. I am not in the top 100 yet. I am a little bit lacking. I've had a really good day today, actually. 4180 is the bottom slot at the moment. I am at 4165, and I've actually beaten a couple of Ragnarok teams today, surprisingly. Obviously, they were bots, but they were a little bit lower CC, and they didn't completely wreck me turn 1, so that was great. couple of Bond teams. I did actually go up against the Spanish YouTuber. I think his name's Antu. I think he's got like 60k subs or something like that. So I'm not familiar with him because I don't speak Spanish and I don't watch a whole lot of like actual Grand Cross content, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. That was kind of cool, and it was actually him because surprisingly I was able to win and he forfeit, so that's how I confirmed it, I guess. But there wasn't a whole lot of latency during the match and everything, so that was kind of fun. Still going up against mainly Bond teams, a couple of demon teams here and there, of course, and then on the off chance that I go up against a bot, I'm defending. There are Ragnarok teams every now and then. Haven't really gone up against as much Ult Rush today. I think I've gone up against maybe 2 different Ult Rush teams, which wasn't too crazy, I guess. So I guess that's good for me. In a situation like this, I always just disable both of these characters, and then I can actually put an extra stack on everybody, which I think I might as well do. So that'll be nice. So that way he's disabled. He doesn't want to use his ultimate. I disable Bond's buff so that way he can't put extra HP on him. And then next turn, I should be in a pretty decent spot to where I can hopefully kill Arthur. Actually, with the AoE ultimate here, I should be in a good spot because I can use this. It'll unfortunately encroach Bond as well, but I really can't do much about that because I need to get rid of Arthur and try to kill Big Man here. So getting a little bit of damage out here on my Chandler, which isn't too bad. I feel like this could go either way at the moment, kind of. Alright, so I'm assuming he's doing that to build up his passive or his Holy Relic. I can't remember which one it is. He needs to use skills or whatever to max it out. So let's go ahead and use this. I'm at full HP and he will be encroached, so I'm going to hope that kills, and then we'll see if this kills. Not positive if it's going to or not. I just realized that he has invulnerability or whatever it is, invincibility, whatever you want to call it. He is at the very least encroached, so I guess there's that. I kind of... Dude, he's so annoying. I've had to fight him like 3 or 4 times today, where he's like actually been able to get his ultimates off and stuff. Thank God. He's just the worst. Like, you get weird RNG with him and stuff like that, and he constantly rolls invincibility over, or invulnerability over and over again, or immortality is what it should be called. It's not. I'm not calling it by the correct name. But yeah, actually been an okay day today. I'm really not hating on it too much. We're technically in the same boat as this. I'm assuming I'm not quite there because my defense team is not doing so hot, and I don't know, hopefully we can get some more points there. But I'm assuming later on in the week, as it goes on and people sort of max out their wins and stuff like that, or max out their attempts, I guess, I should be going up against more bots, hopefully, which means maybe more score. I don't know. I feel like not having the Deanne relic for the Ragnarok team on defense, which is insanely good, is kind of holding me back a little bit from getting more defense score points. But I don't know. Either way, I will see you guys tomorrow for the rest of for more of the journey, I guess. We're at 45 wins out of 100, so we're almost halfway. I feel like I've actually done a pretty good amount of PvP today. I thought it was going to be a little bit less, but either way. Festival announcement in the morning. Who's it going to be? See you tomorrow. Alrighty, it's day 3 of Top 100, and we're doing good today, actually. Today's gone pretty well. I'm assuming that most of the big whales and such have probably already used their entire 100 matches or whatever at this point. So I'm definitely going up against people who are not nearly as whaley, which is great. I'm at 42 wins out of 63, so we're doing pretty well today. We're at 63 overall, of course. We have 2 out of 16 wins on the defense team. I have changed it to the gimmicky Ult Rush sort of, I don't know, Rimuru ultimate strat. not sure if it's going to work. I haven't gotten a single defense score, like defense match today so far, so I don't know. It didn't seem like the Chandler team was working that well. If you can see on rankings, we are actually ranked 72. So we're actually on the board at the moment, which is super cool to see, actually. I guess it just depends on how high we get before we run out of matches and how well the defense team does, I guess, on whether or not we're going to stay in the rankings. But so far, so good, I guess, for now. I don't know. It's been kind of stressful, I guess. Like I don't normally take PvP this seriously, I guess, and I'm not even real. I'm not like I don't know, hunkering down and, you know, super hardcore like playing this or anything. This is surprising, actually. This is one of the very few Bond teams that I've gone up against today. Very few Bond teams overall. It's been a lot of Demon teams today. There's been a couple of Ragnarok teams today. Pretty much the same stuff. There was actually, I think in the previous videos, or the previous sections, previous days so far, I've not really gone, or I don't think I've gone up against a single Goddess team, but I went up against, I think, 2 different Goddess teams today. They did not do well, so I can see why that's not a very relevant team in top 100 at the moment, so makes enough sense to me. I have learned that with the Bond team, you definitely want to just get 3 attacks off most of the time, because they're more than likely going to use the Bond buff card or the Bond buff card and the stance more than likely. This is obviously an exception here, so Melly is unfortunately dead, but I've noticed that most of the time when I end up using a stance first turn, it kind of just ends up becoming a bit of a waste, so unfortunate there. Does he have Tarmiel Link? He does not. I guess I can try and go for a kill here. If not, it might be a bad time. I unfortunately did use my my skill disable from Chandler already, so this is not looking great. He has 25% increased stats. Luckily, we do go ahead and encroach him, though, so we shouldn't take nearly as much damage here. He gets debuff immunity on the next turn, which is actually, I guess, good for us, because, you know, we weren't going to put it on that turn anyway. I don't have anything to kill with here, unfortunately, so we're going to go for the level 3 counter into moving Zeldris card, because I don't want to encroach Arthur if possible, and I should be able to tank this ultimate. Most of the time, I actually tank the ultimate pretty well, even if it is 6/6. Like, it definitely does a lot of damage. Could be wrong. I might die here. Just, I don't know. Okay, it did not tank it so well this time. Very unfortunate. I think this is my first loss of the day, so I'm not going to hate on that. Really can't complain. It's been overall a very, very positive day. Unfortunate that I only record the last video of the day, or the last match of the day, but that is definitely chalked up as a loss. Oh well. I'm trying to take this, you know, take it in stride, because the first day was really rough. The first day was very bad. Like, I was very, you know, kind of like on the edge of being like, is this even worth doing? Like, am I even gonna be able to compete? But so far, it's actually not been too bad. So I guess we'll continue, see how it goes through the rest of the week. I guess once I finish this off, it'll just be a matter of messing with the defending team a little bit here and there, trying to see if I can find a better team to use for that, and just see how it ends up finishing at the end of the week and see whether or not I get top 100. So either way, that's it for today. See you tomorrow. Alrighty, so it's the end of day 4, and today has been pretty back and forth. I'm not exactly sure what score we left off on in the last day, but I'm at 92 matches done, so this will be 93. I am currently rank 70, which is pretty good, I have to say. I mean, I'm still really scared. I would imagine that, which this hasn't even updated yet. I should be, I guess, right here on 68, so I'll push Amazing down, which is kind of funny because he's another YouTuber if you don't know him. I actually just went up against his bot earlier, which was also cool. Yeah, I would imagine most players at this point are probably in the same boat, if not already done with all of their attacking matches. So unless there's, unless I just lose a bunch of these last matches, or there's, some up-and-comers who haven't done their matches yet and they just blitz through the rankings and there's 30 of them, then I think I'll be okay. There's been 2 more defense matches since the last time that I checked it earlier today. I'm not sure how much it was yesterday, but apparently lost both of those. The defending teams are not going well, but then again, I would imagine, if it's a bot and you're not using the Ragnarok team and you don't have like insanely decked out characters, more than likely you're not going to have a good time. Unfortunate. We get a Ragnarok team here. I have noticed that as long as they either kill Melly or double attack Estarossa, I'm normally in the clear here, because this is gonna hurt. And then depending on who... Oh no, it's a double. Alright, so this is very, very bad actually, because I think they're gonna end up killing... Well, that happens. Unfortunately, that is how that works. So either way, we're gonna probably call it there. We're gonna have a nice sleep. It's Friday tomorrow. Hopefully we can finish off the rest of our matches and have a good time, not lose too much score. Unfortunately, I'm gonna lose some score here, but literally nothing I can do about that. They wailed harder than me, so that's where we're at. So far looking good. Hopefully, by the end of tomorrow we'll see where I'm at. Now, like, once I finish with my attacking matches, and then I guess we'll just kind of coast from there. Don't know if there'll be an update for Saturday night, since there's not really any need to, but the matches normally go down Sunday night before maintenance. I'll try to keep an eye on that into Monday morning, and then we should have a completed video, and we should see on whether or not we have the top 100 character, or whatever the case may be. So thank you guys so much for I don't know why I'm trying to do a sign off right now. See you tomorrow. Well, I blundered it. I absolutely ruined it. I had 8 matches left today as I started my day, and I was like, I was at rank 72 or something like that. As you can see, I am no longer ranked, unfortunately. I dropped the ball on this one, fellas, and I'm sad to say it. I've really been kind of down in the dumps about it all day today. If you remember, well, you guys just seen it a minute ago with the clips and stuff like that, but I should have been, I think, 1 above Amazing, so I should have been around 75, because I guess that would mean he would have got pushed down 1. And I got on, had my 8 matches to do. I got absolutely destroyed 3 times in a row by some Ragnarok bots, and that was very unfortunate. I then lost another match to a demon team, which was very, very unfortunate, and then I'm pretty sure I won 2 matches, and it dropped me all the way down to 44.91. So I'm pretty sure I'm out. I'm pretty sure. I don't exactly know how this works. As a last-ditch effort, maybe a little rash decision, but I have swapped over to the Ragnarok team because I went ahead and I made Deanne's Holy Relic just out of hope that I could potentially get some more defense matches and potentially win those and get some more points that way. I don't know if that's actually going to save me or not. I highly doubt it, but I will be making a video on that Holy Relic tomorrow, because why wouldn't I? So if you want to see that, feel free to come back tomorrow. But I'm devastated. I'll be honest. It's very unfortunate. I am so mad at myself for not just coasting. I don't know if I would have even been able to do that. I don't know if that's how that works. I would assume any of the matches that you don't take would have just been, you know, wasted. But even then, I was in a good spot. I probably should have just sat there and let it do its thing, and I didn't. I went for the 8 matches because I was like, hey, you know, I've got these matches left, I might as well use them, and absolutely dropped the ball. So I've learned a lot trying my first week in geared top 100 PvP. It was definitely something to mess around with for the first time. I think it was very interesting. It was a lot different than I anticipated originally. There was things that I learned along the way. You know, I originally thought it was just going to be all bots. But turns out if there's other people playing in top 100, you do actually face them. So that's very interesting. I thought it was just going to be you always go up against somebody's defending team, but that's not how that works. I feel dumb, but either way, I'm pretty sure if we look at, I think it's rankings, and then if we go to the season details, this season is still going on for 16 more days, which is 2 more weeks basically after this week ends. So if I want a shot at way low, I should be able to try for the next 2 weeks, and hopefully I can get him at that point. But now that I have the Ragnarok team a little bit more invested into, obviously I don't have like the most CC you've ever seen. A lot of the bots that I was going against that had the Ragnarok team were around 350 to 370 on the higher end KCC, and I'm assuming they probably use HP defense or HP crit damage or something like that on their Sigurd, but don't have that. So I feel like I'm pretty comfortable with 345, unless they are just huge whales. They're probably not going to be able to beat that with their just regular CC. But I don't know. I guess if I do by some miracle end up placing, because if I click on this little hourglass thing, it says this week's expected play season points is 65. I don't know if that's what I'm going to gain from the defense score, because it says earn a set amount of season points for a successful defense in ranking match. You will not be able to earn more points than the set amount of the season points from the successful defense. So I don't know if that's already factored in at this point, or if that factors in once the week is over with. I have no idea, but if by some miracle I do end up placing, I'll definitely update you guys. But I feel like an idiot. So should have coasted. I didn't. Definitely learned my lesson. I deserve it. But I don't know. Definitely a fun week. Definitely interesting. I was very nervous. Very, very different from what I'm used to, because as you know, I'm not a very big PvP player. I don't really like PvP in this game all that much, just because of how sort of RNG and money based it is, but that's the game I play. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching, sticking with me throughout the interesting journey. Of course, it'll just be one video for you guys, but multiple days for me, of course. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, feel free to subscribe. I will be trying again next week if it doesn't work out for me. And, you know, obviously more content to come. Merlin should be coming out next week, so on top of doing top 100, I'll have to juggle, you know, showcases and stuff like that as well. But life of a YouTuber, I guess. Like I said, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.